Hey ladies, this is Love from Hanging Out with Love, and today I wanted to talk to you about accountability. Now, I know you're like, girl, this is not what we discuss on this page. You talk about men, I came here to hear something about how to flirt, but this is the thing though. When it comes to dating, you really have to hold yourself accountable for your past thoughts, your actions, and energies that no longer serve you. Because if you don't, you'll find yourself in a cycle. Have you ever met a friend or someone that you started dating and they seemed exactly like another person? Maybe they didn't look exactly like them. Maybe they didn't have the exact same voice or they didn't grow up the same, but their actions, their vibes, it's like I met you before, but not in a good way, right? You don't want that. So you have to hold yourself accountable. So I'm going to give you a few, anecdotes on how I hold myself accountable and things that may be helpful to you. So, disclaimer, I don't know everything, but this is just what has worked for me. So, number one, I really did listen to people when I would go to them for advice. And when I say listen, that means you take in what they say, you process it, and you figure out what resonates, right? So I have no problem contacting a close friend or a mentor, someone that I trust in that area, to give me advice on what I'm going through. And sometimes it doesn't even have to be a trust factor per se. Some people aren't good at dating, but they just give good advice, There are people like that. Some of the people who don't really date at all have given me the best dating advice in my personal life. So I don't judge people on that. But I will say I always take what resonates. I don't have to take your advice and go do everything that you just told me to do. But being able to accept that feedback is very, very important. And if you struggle, like at work or at school, when people give you what we call constructive criticism, this is something you might want to work on. If you take it as a personal attack every time someone says something to you, this is something that you may want to work on. Okay, so just listen to it, especially if the advice is solicited. Listen to what they have to say. You don't have to feel like you have to keep defending yourself. Oh, well, I don't know about that last part. I don't do all that, but I do, feeling like you have to defend yourself. If you're that defensive, something's not right. Okay? So keep that in mind. The second way I hold myself accountable is by processing where I am. Am I in alignment? Is my spirit good? How's my prayer life? Have I been eating properly? Am I drinking water? Right? Am I taking care of myself? Because if not, I may not be thinking clearly. So you hold yourself accountable in a way where if I'm not good, is the decision that I'm making going to be good? Sometimes you have to take a step back and really analyze where you are. So a prime example of this is if you haven't been getting good amounts of sleep. And you have someone you're dating who's like, oh, you never get any sleep. You're always cleaning up the house after work. You need to let me move in and I can do all that for you. And, I would be rubbing your feet and I would be doing this and I would be doing that. Everything except putting a ring on it and paying all the bills. And you think that you need to make a decision on that now when you haven't been sleeping. Probably not the best idea. And the reason I mention this is because when we feel like we're lacking something, we want solutions to that. But sometimes the solution is right here. Most of the time it is. It's right here. Prioritize my sleep. Schedule some time in a specific day where I get to clean up. My day is normally Saturday. I wake up in the morning. I will lay in the bed as long as I can, scroll on IG a little bit, listen to an audiobook. I'll come downstairs, grab me something to eat, or just blend up a smoothie, fill up my water bottle, And then I get to work on these dishes because I know I'm going to have dishes in the sink at the end of the week. And then I make sure all my clothes are gathered so that I'm able to separate them, get those washed up. So it's a matter of, what are you willing to do in order to take care of the things you have to take care of? And that's where accountability comes in, right? Because I could say all day, oh my gosh, I don't have time to clean up my house, but it's a priority for me. What do you mean you don't have time? Of course I have time to clean up my house. I may not have time today because I need to go to bed, right? I may not have time some mornings because I might be sleeping in a little and then rushing to get to the gym on time. But at the end of the day, I take care of business. I want my house to be clean. I can't function in chaos. So I need to be able to sweep my floor. I need my trash taken out. I can't do smells. I just don't. I need my dishes washed so that I can prep to cook on Sunday, so I can do my meal prep and just have a set schedule. There's nothing wrong with that, but hold yourself accountable. Don't keep making excuses for why you're not getting things done. Don't keep making excuses for why you don't have a man. Oh, there's no good men out here. False. There's nothing but losers on these dating apps. Well, if that's how you think, what do you think you're going to attract? If that's all that's up there, why are you even there? Maybe you need to meet men in a different way. Maybe you need to call your father and say, Dad, I want to get married. Can you help me with this process? Bring your family into it. Now, I will say, if you have caregivers like myself, my uncle and my grandfather, they're not doing it. They don't think anybody's good enough for me. If I waited until I was 35 to get married, it would make them no difference, okay? So I can't go to them for that because they're just a little bit stuck in the past and they think I'm still about 13, 14 years old, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not judging them, but look to your caregivers for that support. Look to your pastor. You know, if you can, hire a matchmaker. That is difficult, by the way. That's something that I've tried. I did not actually end up signing up with the service because I am a person who reads reviews, and all of them, I would say about 99.9% of the reviews were terrible. And I was like, I can't invest that much money into something that doesn't work or people aren't following through, you know. But that's just my thought process. But what I did do is get on that dating app and keep changing my profile, tweaking it a little bit, changing pictures, saying who responds to what. I was experimenting until I got a little flow going, you know, because online dating is new to me. I don't know if you've been doing this for a long time, but online dating is new to me. But then I thought about it. How many guys have we met just chatting on Facebook? I know one of my ex-boyfriends came from Facebook. We were talking on some forum, and then we ended up being in a serious committed relationship. So it's really not that new, but it's new in this particular format, right? Because the app is specifically for dating and it's not for socializing like most social media platforms. But essentially, you can't make excuses. You just gotta do it. If you don't have time, make time. If your schedule is not working out in your favor, tweak it, change it. Get you, my friend this week brought me a housewarming gift, and one of the gifts was a dry erase board that has the days of the week. I could not wait to put my goals up there. I have one in particular that I'm working on now. It's a credit card. Yes, guilty, just like a lot of other women out there. I was a shopaholic, so now I'm just getting some things paid. Not a lot, but I've learned even how to navigate that, because if I am making money and then spending the money and not really paying myself first, what kind of quality of life would I have? So I had to get my stuff together on the finances perspective, and now I'm in a great position. So keep that in mind. Take care of yourself. I love y'all so, so much. And just know and understand that the ball is in your court. You got this. Hold yourself accountable. And don't play with yourself. You know, I had to have a pep talk with myself this morning and let myself know I was not playing with her. Like, I need you to get it together. I need you to get your head back in the game. Stop doubting yourself. That's not even you. Stop doubting yourself. Push through, push through. You know, and sometimes you need that. But the reason why I wanted to speak on accountability as a whole is because, yes, it is important in dating, but essentially you are your biggest critic, and you are also the person who can influence you the most, right? So you matter the most. Your voice should be the loudest and will be the loudest over anybody else. Monitor that self-talk, love on yourself, hold yourself accountable. Good day.